Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Balaji Chandrasekharan. Now I will be discussing some of the useful terminal operations of the Java streams. These terminal operations consume the elements of the stream and produce a result or a side effect. Once a terminal operation is invoked, the stream is consumed and further processing of the stream is not possible. We can have multiple terminal operations in a stream pipeline, but each terminal operation triggers the execution of the stream pipeline independently, and the stream cannot be reused after a terminal operation has been invoked. The forEach method is a terminal operation which performs an action for each element of the stream. In the given example, I called the forEach method on the stream, passing a method reference as the consumer function. This lambda expression prints each stream element to the console. The forEachOrdered method performs an action for each element of the stream in the encounter order of the stream if the stream has a defined encounter order. The forEachOrdered method is similar to the forEach method, but it guarantees that the elements of the stream are processed in encounter order, regardless of whether the stream is parallel or sequential. In the given example, I call the forEachOrdered method on the stream, passing a method reference as the consumer function. The lambda expression prints each stream element to the console. The count method in Java stream returns the number of elements in the stream as a long value. It is useful for obtaining the size of the stream. The count method is a terminal operation, meaning that it triggers the processing of the stream and cannot be followed by other stream operations. The collect method in Java streams is a terminal operation that collects the elements of the stream into a data structure specified by the provided collector. It is a powerful method that allows us to perform various aggregation operations on the elements of the stream and stores the results in a desired data structure. For example, the collectors.toList collector collects the elements of the stream into a list. Similarly, we can use other collectors provided by the collectors utility class to perform different types of collections such as grouping, partitioning, joining, and more. The collect method allows us to perform flexible and customizable aggregation operations on Stream, making it a powerful tool in Java Stream API. The ToArray method collects the elements of the stream into an array. The ToArray method with a generator argument returns an array containing the elements of the stream using the provided generator function to allocate the returned array as well as any additional arrays that might be required for a partitioned execution or for resizing. For example, we can collect the elements of a stream of strings into a string array like this in the given example. The toArray method provides a convenient way to convert the elements of a stream into an array, which can be useful for in various scenarios such as when we need to pass the elements of the stream to a method that expects an array as an input. The reduce method in Java streams is a terminal operation that performs a reduction on the elements of the stream. It combines the elements of the stream into a single result. The reduce method with an accumulator argument performs a reduction on the elements of the stream using an associative accumulation function. For example, we can use the reduce method to calculate the sum of elements in a stream. In this example, the reduce method call combines the elements of a stream using addition, resulting in the sum of the elements. It is important to note that the reduce method returns an optional object to handle the case when the stream is empty. If the stream is empty, the optional will be empty. Otherwise, it will contain the results of the reduction operation. The reduce method in Java streams with an identity value is a terminal operation that performs a reduction on the elements of the stream using the provided binary operator and an initial identity value. It combines the elements of the stream with the identity value into a single result. For example, we can use the reduce method with an identity value to calculate the sum of elements in a stream of integers. In this example, the reduce method call combines the elements of the stream using addition, starting with an initial value of 0, resulting in the sum of the elements. The reduce method with an identity value is useful when dealing with empty streams as it provides a default value to return in such cases. The final reduce method performs a reduction on the elements of the stream using the provided accumulator and combiner functions. It is particularly useful for parallel reduction operations where the elements are combined in parallel and then combined again to produce a final result. This method combines elements of the stream into a result of type U. It starts with the provided identity value and iteratively applies the accumulator function to each element of the stream, combining them with the current accumulated value. Finally, it uses the combiner function to combine partial results if the reduction is performed in parallel. For example, we can use the reduce method to calculate the sum of elements in a stream of integers. The reduce method is versatile and can be used to perform various types of reductions on stream elements, such as summing, multiplying, and finding the maximum or minimum value, and more. The min method in Java stream is a terminal operation that returns the minimum element of the stream according to the natural order or a specified comparator. It returns an optional object containing the minimum element or an empty optional if the stream is empty. In the given example, the min method with a natural order comparator finds the minimum element in the stream of elements based on their natural order. The result is stored in an optional if it is present. The max method in Java streams is a terminal operation that returns the maximum element of the stream according to the natural order or a specified comparator. Similar to min method, it returns an optional object containing the maximum element or an empty optional if the stream is empty. In this example, the max method with the natural order comparator finds the maximum element in the stream of integers based on their natural order. We can also use a custom comparator to find the minimum or maximum element based on a specific ordering criteria. The AllMatch method in Java streams is a terminal operation that checks whether all the elements of the stream match the given predicate. It returns true if all the elements of the stream satisfy the predicate or if the stream is empty. Here is an example of how to use the AllMatch method. In this example, the AllMatch method checks if all the elements in the stream of integers are even. If the stream is empty, AllMatch method returns true because there are no elements to evaluate and thus the condition holds trivially. The NoneMatch method in Java streams is a terminal operation that checks whether none of the elements in the stream matches the given predicate. It returns true if none of the elements of the stream satisfies the predicate. In this example, the NoneMatch method checks if none of the elements in the stream of integers are non-negative. If the stream is empty, the NoneMatch method returns true because there are no elements to evaluate and thus the condition holds trivially. The AnyMatch method in Java streams is a terminal operation that checks whether any element in the stream matches the given predicate. It returns true if at least one element of the stream satisfies the predicate. In this example, the AnyMatch method checks if there is at least one even number in the stream of integers. If the stream is empty, the AnyMatch method returns false because there are no elements to evaluate. The FindFirst method returns an optional describing the first element of the stream or an empty optional if the stream is empty. If the stream has no encounter order, then any element can be returned. The FindAny method in Java streams is a terminal operation that returns an optional object containing any arbitrary element of the stream. It is primarily used to retrieve any element from the stream without considering any specific order. In this example, the FindAny method returns an optional object containing any arbitrary element from the stream. If the stream is empty, it returns an empty optional object. We can use the methods like or else to return a default value if no element is found in the stream. These terminal operations on the streams triggering the processing of the stream elements. Each terminal operation consumes the stream, so once a terminal operation is performed, the stream cannot be reused. In my upcoming sessions, I will cover the collectors utility class and some usage of streams. Thank you for tuning into my video.